Today I'm going to run through the infotainment system of the Ford Mustang Mach E Select model, starting now. Crazy Will here from Crazy Will's Tech Show. Today, we're going to be taking a look at the Ford Mustang Mach E, the Select model, the infotainment center. We're going to take a look at the ins and outs, the profiles, all the different settings, just a quick overview of what that huge, massive 15.5 inch, I think it is, infotainment center in the middle of the Ford Mustang Mach E. It is an EV electric car. If you haven't seen my other video, you might want to take a look at that right here. I was not planning on getting an electric car, and you know, being a tech guy, I guess it was inevitable. What I'm gonna try and do for you guys is put chapters in if there's certain parts that you just want to know something about, and they will be listed throughout the video so that way you guys can get an idea of what part you want to know about. So let's get started and go through the infotainment center of the Ford Mustang Mach E. Alright, so this is the interface that you're looking at right here for the Mach E. This is the Select models. They're all basically the same interface. The only difference is you might see more cameras and a little bit more features. So first we're going to take a look at these icons right up here, and it detected my phone, so that's why that icon's there. That's Apple Play right there. And that's just your simple interactive Apple Play. You can view maps, you can look at your interface. If you know Apple Play, maybe I'll do a video on that, but it's very basic. So I wouldn't worry about that, but that's just show you what you'd see as far as Apple Play. It does have Apple Play and Android Play. These icons up here, I'm gonna start with this icon over here, and it looks like a group of icons. So we're gonna go ahead and click on that. And that gives you all the different apps that you have basically. First it's apps, and then it's entertainment. And this is where all your games are and your YouTube, and there's a way to set up the YouTube. You have to use your phone to get the internet. But if you go to the apps, you have radio, phone, navigation, media. You could set up Alexa, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, charging, public charging, air pressure, trips, owner's manuals. You know, you can click in any one of these things. Like this is really good for charging. You can see where the charging level's at, and you could get some more information. You know, if I charged it now, it'd be 85% at 9 o'clock today. Start charging. Basic information. So we'll click on that again. Tire pressure, it'll show the Mach E, it'll show the tire pressure. Just better do the back ends a little bit, but that's all your basic apps right in here. Trips you want to take, record feedback radio. Radio's really easy. You click on the radio, it turns on the radio. And then you could hit the power button right in the middle here, and that turns it off. And then you could pick radio stations, and you could program radio stations, which is really good. Is if you have a radio station on that you like let's say we find a radio station. You know, let's say I like that one. We could change it just holding down on it, and it auto saves it. So, which that's not a radio station, but I don't want to get a strike on YouTube. But anyway, so that's your interface there. That's your entertainment. A lot of cool different games you can play here. One of my favorites, change lanes. So while you're charging, you can play this. And it's just a fun little game. You get the idea. The next one we're going to go into is this one right here. This is where it gets a little more exciting. So it looks like a car icon. We're going to click on that. And the first thing you're going to get is controls. 3 drive modes, and the one that I enjoy is engaged. There's whisper, which it's super power efficient. It doesn't really feel like the Mustang. You got engage, where it feels like a really good electric car. It keeps track of your braking assist and stuff like that. And then you got unbridled. And unbridled, it feels like a Mustang. It takes off, it stops hard, it takes off fast. It's really, really good. And any one of these, you could set one pedal drive. You could do propulsion sound, which I like. I know some people pick on that. Auto hold, so when you brake, it holds. You don't have to step on the brake. That's up to you. Another thing that people don't realize, and I'm gonna go back to engage because that's what I like, is right here you could open the frunk and the trunk right from here, from this screen. I didn't realize you could do that in the beginning. Calm screen, if you want to make it a calm screen, so it's not distracting, you could do that. And then you go back. Let's try to go to my game again. Whatever you choose, it automatically picks up right here, and you can swipe it up to get rid of it. Get rid of the radio. So anyway, it stacks up whatever you use here. So we'll go back to this car icon again. You could add your phone here through Bluetooth, the Android Auto or CarPlay. You could turn on all kinds of driver assist things. I'm gonna just push this right here. So, you know, auto hold, speed limit assist, and these all have different things that you can, you know, it gives you a speed warning. I don't really care about that. Active cruise control, lane keep assist, I like that. You can turn that on. Alert, normal, rear view camera delay, blind spot information, cross traffic alerts. This is all the alerts you could turn on and off. So if you like alerts, I like alerts. I have a lot of them on. Rear camera delay, I sometimes keep that on in the other car that I drive. This is all your driver's assistance. And then you have the vehicle itself. So we're going in here. And the good thing is, if you don't know what something is, vehicle power down timer, I don't know what that is. Okay, so it automatically powers off after 30 minutes. So like I'm making a video now, after 30 minutes it'll power down. Rear occupants alert, my key. This is where you could create a key. You can use your phone as a key. You can use passcodes to get in and passcodes to start the car. Create your mobile device. This is where you go in here if you want to add a key as a mobile device, put the device near it, and you download the app and you go through that. If you guys want me to make a video on that, I'll get more into that, but it has that. Onboard serial number, you don't need to see that. Alarm system, on exit, it automatically goes on. You can turn that on or off. Remote start. A remote start on this car, whatever you last put your climate at is what it's going to go to, and the duration is 15 minutes, and you can extend it on the app. And the app I am going to do a video on. It's not a bad app, it's just not a lot to it, but I am going to do a video on it. Windows, remote open, remote close. If you don't want to have that access on your phone or on your key fob, you can turn that off. Wipers, same thing. Constantly wipe. Rain sensitivity, you do that. Lighting, auto high beams, auto beams, the welcome light, which I really like if you saw in my last video. Locks, you get to see all the features there. I'm just going to go through these quick and just show you. This is your door keypad. On the outside of your door, I'll show you an image of that right now. You can actually put in a code and then enter it in so you can get into your car if you don't have your key. Tires, it keeps up with your tires. We'll go into that. 4 years. The passcode backup, create a passcode backup. You could do that, you could reset it. And that goes into what I showed you up there. Braking coach, this actually shows you, and I'll show you a video of that, when you're stopping, what the braking coach looks like. It's to regenerate the battery. Low battery, you could tell it within 50 miles. I like to do 50 miles, 20 miles, you know. There's not that much battery. EV driving history, you could reset that. And then we go over to general. And this is all your general things. You want in English, Fahrenheit, measurements, PSI pressure. You can adjust all these different things. So brightness, display, clock. So if you want to change your clock, you want to make it military time, regular time. Connectivity. If you want to connect to Bluetooth or Wi-Fi or anything like that, or you want to create a vehicle hotspot, you do it in these settings right here. I haven't messed too much with this. I did connect it to my internet. What you want to do is the key thing that I learned is have the key with you if you're going to try and connect to the internet, and keep your phone away from it, because it uses your Wi-Fi and Bluetooth on your phone and it ties up everything. So if you're trying to get onto your local network, that's going to cause a problem. Software updates, that's self-explanatory. Ford Assist, this is all for the wake word. You can actually, instead of using Alexa, you could use Ford Assist, so you can cancel that. So you could say, okay, Ford, and it comes up and it has its own like type of, I guess, Alexa. And then Alexa's right here, wake word, you can change that. Contact list from, I don't know why it's from my wife's phone, but you could change it. Will's phone, we'll put that on too, yes. So both of us are on there now. Things to try. All the stuff for, you know, her name right there. Valet mode. I haven't played with this either. Apparently you could put a passcode in so they can get your car once. I haven't tried it yet. I'm going to read up on it a little bit mode, but I don't really valet very much. So we'll exit out of that. Okay. And it goes back to the last thing that you used. So that gave you pretty much all the features that you can get access to right there. And now if we go to the camera, you can look at the backup camera. I'm in my garage, so you can actually view it. If you're in your car, you can view the backup camera and get out of that. And if you ever want to just go to the comm screen, you can actually just push down on this, and it goes back to the comm screen. Now we have other buttons down here I wanted to show you, which is usually the climate control. So we'll get out of the comm screen, and right now it's off. And you can turn it on high, low, you can adjust the time, you can turn it on auto, and it's going to be a little noisy, I apologize. I'll show you this real quick. If you click on this, you get a whole interface where you can put max AC, you can make it circulate in the car, you can turn on the heat, and then this cool feature right here is you can actually make it go towards the windows, make it go towards me, or make it go toward on the bottom. And then you could pick these individually however you want. And you do have dual climate mode, so you can make it, let's try and lower this. And then some of this you can actually change right here. So like I just turned off the fan, so you can actually adjust the climate. Let's say I'm adjusting the temperature, I can just adjust it right here, which is really nice. So if I want to do 72 degrees, there you go. Turning knob does use that way, and I actually really like this knob, and you can turn on and off audio that way. Usually you use it with the audio to turn it louder as far as volume, and then if you click on it, it gets out of it. You click in the middle, it turns it off. All right, so the last thing I want to show you on this interface, you do have your Wi-Fi connectivity right here, and I'm not too sure what this is. I guess it's the in and out of the phone. I guess it's working with the CarPlay kind of thing. You have your temperature, the outside of the car, and you have your time. And then over here in this corner, you'll see a little picture of me right there. Go ahead and click on that, and this is your profile, and you could actually link these profiles to your phone and to individual keys. We actually have 2 keys. Me and my wife both have a key. Her name's Christina, and when it goes in, it goes to her profile. Now what that does, and it's a really cool feature in that aspect, if you had the premium version of this, you would be able to actually adjust the seats to your profile. We don't have that, so it don't automatically adjust to the seats. But what it does do for us, because we have the Select, which is the lower model, when you select that, it goes to your radio stations, it picks you, and it should tend to go to your phone, although I haven't actually seen it do that. But it does your profile settings, so everything that you set, all the settings that I showed you, you could preset those, collision things, your interface, however you want it. You set it up and it goes to your profile. So if I bring my key here, it automatically select me and know that I'm the one driving, and it should work with the phone as well, although it does get confused with both our phones, but our profiles are set. So however I like to drive, with like collisions alerts and rear view camera, backup, delay, all those little features, all the radio stations I set automatically go to me. So me and my wife do share this car, and this is actually a really great feature. And to get your photo in there, you actually have to set it up with Bluetooth with your phone, and it actually takes your profile picture of your phone and transfers it over there. It's a little bit of a pain in the butt to try and get it to work, and I know there's going to be people that ask me. What I'm probably going to do is review how I did it, because it was a pain in the butt. You have to turn the Wi-Fi off and just use the Bluetooth mode, and you have to have the key present with you. It was a pain in the butt to do, but I got it to work, and I got my profile and I got my wife's profile. So you can pick either or, and then you could also add a guest if you want. All right, so that's the Ford Mustang Infotainment Center. For the Select version, which I did mention that probably a couple times in this video because I like to mention things, that's the ins and outs of the Infotainment Center. I've been with this car over 11 months, almost a year. We're almost hitting a year. We're gonna be a year at the end of this month, I believe. I absolutely love the car. Haven't had too many hiccups. We recently went on a trip. I'm gonna be posting about that trip. We went to Tennessee, so it was only 4 hours away, so it wasn't a major trip, but it was enough to give you an idea of pricing and other things. So stay tuned for that video. And I'm also going to be doing a video on the app. It's not a huge app, but there's little things here and there that may help a lot of people understand the app and how to use it, especially because it got revamped, and that's why I didn't do it within the year. I didn't want to go ahead and do an app review, and it changed, and I knew it was. That's it for me, guys. Make sure you like and subscribe if this helped you in any way, and ring that bell if you want to get notified if I make another video. And remember, you can do anything if you put your mind to it. Later, guys. You're still here? You haven't clicked on all these videos that I made? Or better yet, like button? Or even better, subscribe button? Just putting it out there.